In this session we're going to be going over absolute value. So what the absolute value means is it's kind of, you can think of it as, in short terms, it always makes the value positive. A better way to look at it is that it is this distance from 0 on a number line. And distance is always positive. There's no such thing as a negative distance. So if I had, let's say, -4, that means I'm 1, 2, 3, here's -4. Okay? How far away is that from 0? Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So the absolute value, written with bars on both sides of the number, the absolute value of -4 is a +4. And this is very simple once you get the idea of it. The absolute value of -14, +14. Absolute value of a +6 is just a 6. Okay? But now it gets a little bit more complicated when we need to solve these. So let's say I want you to solve the absolute value of x equal to 2. So this is the idea. We're going to split this into two different equations. We're going to have just x equals 2, and then we're going to have x equals -2. So we rewrite this, we drop these signs, and we make the x equal to what it says, and then the opposite of what it says. So let's do another one like that. Let's say we have the absolute value of y minus 4 equals 3. So we're going to split this into two different equations. Y minus 4 equals 3, and y minus 4 equals -3. So then we get y equals 7, and y equals 1. So we have two different solutions. And if you plug either one of them into the original equation, you will get the correct answer. Now you have to be a little bit careful with these. If we have the absolute value of 3x plus 4 equals -7, if you're thinking about putting them into two different equations, think again. Remember what the absolute value means. It's the distance from 0 on a number line. Distance is always positive. So right away, if I'm saying that the absolute value of something is equal to a negative number, I don't think so. In this situation, there would be no solution. Now let's say we have this. 4x plus 8, the absolute value of that, is equal to, I'm sorry, let's make that a subtraction, minus 10 equals 20. So again, we're not going to split them up into two different equations right now because we need to isolate the absolute value before we can do that. So here we'll add 10 to both sides, cancels it there. Now we have the absolute value of 4x plus 8 equals 30. And now we can split it up into two different equations because we have only the absolute value on one side. So this would be 4x plus 8 equals 30, and 4x plus 8 equals -30. And here we'll get 4x equals 22, and over here we'll get 4x equals -38. Dividing both sides by 4 over here, we'll get x equals 22 over 4, which reduces to 11 over 2. And here, dividing both sides by 4, we'll get x equals -38 over 4, which will then reduce to -19 over 2. So again, we have two different answers that both work when we plug them back into the original equation. And again, equations are nice. You can always check your answer when you get specific values for x.